What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Ramsar here, and today we're going to be talking about Vegeta and Dragon Ball Super. Now, before I start, let me just go ahead and toss out the spoiler warning right now, because we're going to be discussing basically the future of what's going to happen in the series over the course of the next couple episodes. Now, in case you missed my title spoiler video that I released yesterday, I will link it in the description below. But essentially, we have the next couple episodes from episode 35, 36, 37, 38, and kind of understand where Dragon Ball Super is going and what direction it's going to take. So for the next couple episodes, the big focus is going to be Vegeta. So by now, I assume everybody that doesn't want anything spoiled has left and I can start talking about it. But to kind of summarize it, Vegeta is going to be the star for the next couple fights. Well, it kind of has to be since everybody's mostly out in Universe 7. Goku got out first round, or second round. Piccolo got out, sort of. Well, he was forced to forfeit, but he's out. So all we have left right now for Team Universe 7 consists of Monaka and Vegeta. And we already know Monaka's going to fight last, so Vegeta has to get a couple of wins over the course of the next couple episodes. So the first fight, which we know is going to happen since we saw the last episode of Dragon Ball Super, which is episode 34, is going to consist of Vegeta versus Frost. And this is a fight that I am so hyped for. I feel like the entire community will agree with me on this. And if you don't, feel free to let me know your stance in the comment section below. But we all want Frost to absolutely get devastated by Vegeta for two reasons. Number one, like I said before, Vegeta never got a chance to kill Frieza in Resurrection F, so this is kind of like his second chance to do so. And two, we all trusted Frost. We all trusted Frost, and then he took our hearts out in front of us and stomped on him. Like when we first saw Frost in the beginning of the Champa arc, we're like, wow, this guy's really, really cool. He's very noble. He's doing good things for the universe. But turns out he actually is the big driving evil in Universe 6. He starts wars silently. He saves them publicly, but in the meantime, he is buying land, selling them for he's buying land for lower prices and selling them for higher prices. So essentially, his noble cause is all for money. So he's kind of a scumbag. So because of that, we want Frost to get absolutely devastated in this next round. Well, lucky for us, we actually get to see that because according to the episode descriptions that leaked yesterday, Vegeta destroys Frost mercilessly. He absolutely devastates him, and I cannot wait to see how this is going to take place, because if you guys remember, the best part about the Resurrection F arc in Dragon Ball Super was the fight between between Frieza and Vegeta. Like that couple seconds of Vegeta giving Frieza the business was absolutely awesome, and I'd love to see something like that all over again in this next battle. So that's gonna be cool. But the real reason why we're talking about Vegeta today is because there was something kind of confusing that popped up, and the entire community is talking about this right now. And the confusing thing I'm talking about is when in the description, when it was translated, Vegeta goes Super Saiyan. Question mark. What does that mean? Well, logically speaking, there's only two things that could possibly happen. No, it's not a new form. I know a lot of people were already speculating that he might get a brand new form, and that's very unlikely. What I think is going to happen is one or two things. Now, we know that Vegeta is smart, and he's not going to go all out in this fight against the Frost, as well as Kabe, as well as Vegeta. He's going to hold back as much as he can, but he's going to push as much energy out as possible so he can win the fight. In this case, when he fights Vegeta, he's going to have to fight a bit differently, because apparently Vegeta has a really rough body and a diverse range of attacks. So because of that, we know that he's going to use Super Saiyan against Frost, I think, because we saw in the preview him go Super Saiyan, but that doesn't necessarily mean he was going to do it against Frost. We do know he's going to have to go Super Saiyan at least once, but there's a possibility that he might go Super Saiyan 2. So originally when I saw Super Saiyan, which is funny because the first time I saw the episode title leak, I didn't even really think about it as a Super Saiyan thing. Like when I first read it, I was just thinking Super Saiyan, and now looking back, I realized, oh, it says Super Saiyan, which is why the initial translation said, huh. But what I think is actually going to happen is instead of going Super Saiyan got Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue, whatever your name preference is, I think Vegeta's actually going to use Super Saiyan 2 in his fight against Vegeta. I mean, it makes sense, because looking back at what I said a while ago before Champa arc even started, every character in Universe 6 can't be necessarily super strong, but super unique in a way where they could use their abilities in an advantageous way to win a fight. In this case, as I said before, Vegeta probably has a strong body, and turns out that is the case. He is a robotic human type of thing. He's not like a robot where someone's inside him. He is like a robotic humanoid type of thing that has very rough metallic skin in a way, and because of that, I feel like hurting him, no matter how strong you are, could be a challenge. Because if you guys remember the Kacchin and the Buu saga that basically led to the Z-Star being destroyed. What if Vegeta is actually made out of the exact same material? If you remember, even a Saiyan had tough times hurting that metal, or damaging that metal, I should say. Now, if Vegeta is made up out of this Kacchin shard metal, it's going to be quite the fight. Now, in this case, Super Saiyan might not be enough, but Super Saiyan 2 could be enough to cause Vegeta to get that, win. So I don't know how it happens, honestly, because again, he can't really kill him, so he can't necessarily just bust out a super final flash like we saw him do against Cell. But he can do something else, like, I don't know, go Super Saiyan 2 and toss him out the ring or something like that. Because I feel like in a situation like this where you can't kill, the only thing you can really do is use the rules in the tournament to your advantage. In this case, since Vegeta is smart, he could easily just probably try to take Vegeta, go Super Saiyan 2, and then toss him out the ring or something like that. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I know what Super Saiyan is, and a lot of you guys might remember this transformation, actually. basically. You guys remember in the Cell Saga when Trunks fought Cell, where he kept, getting buffer and buffer. He was like super buff, but became very, very slow. He was very strong. In fact, he was stronger than Cell at that very moment, but the fact was he was too slow and he couldn't hit him, and because of that transformation was pretty much deemed weak. Even Goku revealed that when he first transformed with Gohan in the time chamber and said, this is a cool transformation, but it's just way too slow, and in the fight against Cell, you need to have speed. What if that's actually what Super Saiyan is in his fight against Vegeta? And now that I even think about it, even the title of the episode kind of goes along with this theory of Vegeta using the Ascended Super Saiyan form as opposed to using Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2. To those who don't know, episode 36 will be titled An Unexpectedly Tricky Opponent, Vegeta's Explosion of Rage. Now, if you guys remember, initially when Cell fought against Vegeta, he kept getting angrier and angrier and he kept transforming, and despite getting very, very powerful, he was still way too slow to attack. But in this situation, I guess it would kind of make sense since Vegeta is most likely a very, very slow opponent since he's tough. So using the Ascended transformation that failed against Cell would be advantageous against an opponent like Vegeta. And again, all he really has to do is pick Vegeta up and toss him out the ring and he'll win. Now, the only thing that bothers me about this theory, and I'm sure it's going to bother all you guys as well, is why not just use Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan? Because we know when Gohan transformed to Super Saiyan 2, it initially was on the same level as an Ascended Saiyan, but you kept your speed. So unless Vegeta just pisses Vegeta off the entire time and Vegeta loses control, which he has done in the past, it doesn't make sense for him to use such a inefficient transformation in his fight. All I know is if this tournament ends without Vegeta and Goku using, well, we know Goku won't use it anymore since he's already out, but if this tournament ends without either Goku and Vegeta using Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, I want to be kind of annoyed because we just spent the last couple months seeing these new transformations unfold, and then they haven't been used at all yet. We need to see it. I want to see the full potential of these transformations, unless it happens later if he, for example, fights against Beerus or something. That would be cool, but I don't care at which point it happens. I just want to see Super Saiyan Blue utilize his full potential and really learn more about the transformation because it's pretty awesome, and I want to see what both Goku and Vegeta can do when they really, really get angry and fight. I'm sure you guys all agree with me on this. Actually, now that I think about it, you know what this could actually be? It could actually be Super Saiyan or the Ascended Super Saiyan form that we saw in the Cell Saga, because if you remember, the reason why Goku technically lost against Frost is because in a way he let his guard down. Now, if you remember from Resurrection F, the big weakness that Vegeta had was he can't really focus or think straight when he fights. In this situation, it's very possible to piss Vegeta off and make him lose focus. So in this situation, maybe Vegeta pisses off Vegeta to the point where he loses control completely, just keeps ascending and getting stronger, but not actually using Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, using his head or a situation like that. So that could also be a possible outcome as well if you think about it. So I don't know. This is a tough one to digest. At this point, anything that happens is going to be a big surprise, and it's really tough to speculate which direction Toriyama is going to take the story. Now, I do want to ask you guys to see who can guess it and call it by the time this actually happens. What transformation does Vegeta actually use in this fight? Comment below. Do you think it's going to be regular Super Saiyan 2, Ascended Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan? Man, this is a big mouthful. Which transformation do you think Vegeta is going to use in this fight against Vegeta? Comment below and let's see who can guess it right. Either way, despite which transformation Vegeta actually uses, we do know he's going to beat Vegeta because the next fight is going to consist of a fight against Kabe. And this is a really interesting one because Kabe has no Super Saiyan transformation, and that's actually revealed in the episode description that leaked yesterday as well. So Kabe is going to fight Vegeta in his base form and keep up? Question mark. Now, the reason why I say question mark is because there's no real details on how this fight actually goes down. The translation, all it says was Vegeta versus Kabe. Kabe puts up an even fight in base form, says he can't become Super Saiyan. So for all we know, base form Kabe and base form Vegeta are the same strength. Now that is the only conclusion I can come up with, just because it doesn't make sense for Kabe to be as strong as Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta in his base form. It would just be kind of weird. On top of that, the other big clue to me is the fact that Frost fought alongside Kabe, so you could probably theorize that Kabe and Frost are probably in the same strength level. So I feel like what's going to happen is when Kabe fights Vegeta, Vegeta, out of respect, will only fight him in his base form just because Kabe can't go Super Saiyan, nor does he even know what that is. So the final prediction that I want to make, and of course I want to hear from you guys as well, so comment your predictions below as well, but when it comes out to fighting, this is what's going to happen, or what I think is going to happen. When Vegeta fights Frost, he's going to easily destroy him. Don't know if he's going to go Super Saiyan or not, or if he is, but if he does, he'll only use regular Super Saiyan. When he fights Vegeta, he'll actually ascend and become Ultra Super Saiyan, or as they said, Super Saiyan, which is the same transformation that we saw when Trunks fought against Cell, as well as when Vegeta fought him. Again, you get the big buff strength, but you lose a lot of speed, but in this case, he doesn't really need speed. And when it comes down to fighting Kabe, he's just going to fight him in his base form, and that's my prediction. As far as the final outcome between Vegeta and Kabe, what I feel like is going to happen is we'll get our first double KO. Whether they knock each other out or they go out of bounds or whatever the deal is, I feel like when it comes down to it, when Vegeta and Kabe fight, they'll both knock each other out of the tournament, and then we'll go right to the finale of Hit versus Monaka. I know a lot of people have theorized that Kabe will defeat Vegeta, and again, I would not be surprised because Toriyama has been extremely unpredictable in this series so far, but at the same time, I feel like that would also kind of be predictable, so the only thing that I could see happen in this situation transformation is Kabe and Vegeta both knock each other out, and then we go right into the finals of Hit versus Monaka. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what transformation you think Vegeta will actually use against this fight against Vegeta, Frost, as well as Kabe, the outcome to Kabe versus Vegeta, and just basically anything I discussed in this video. Let me know your own thoughts in the comment section below. Remember, there is no new episode of Dragon Ball Super this weekend, so all we have is speculations and theories until the weekend after that, and let's see who gets it. So if you have any speculations, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Ramstar, and I will see all you awesome Super Sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.